Welcome back, everybody. Last video we introduced template inheritance. So right now we want to continue the same thing and make adjustments to the web application. Okay, let me pull it up. So this is what it looks like. So this is the new home page. You can see it's much more, it's cleaner and neater than previously. First thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and delete some of the tests this was introduced just for test, for explaining how to create or how to use template inheritance. So we don't necessarily need it. Go to the URLs, we can take this out, that's fine. Go to views, okay, that's fine. We have all of this. We can go here, refresh it. Good. Let's now apply template inheritance to the category. We want this category page to have the style is similar to the rest of the application for consistency. Let's go to category and we can go ahead and delete all of this. We don't need this here. We don't need any of this because we're just going to inherit the previous style. Gonna do the same thing again here. Let me just arrange this. Next we come here and use the extends keyword in the Django template language syntax. I'm going to use the extends keyword right here. Extends. So what are we trying to extend? We're trying to extend the base.html templates found in the pages application. Pages base.html. Next, we want this to be we want this to be the block. Say block content, because that's what we named it previously. And then we end the block. End block. Now it's not important to indent this, but I'm just going to indent it just for visual reasons. Indent this, indent it. Let's see what it looks like first before we make any more changes to it. So refresh. It's category. What you notice is it has the same nav bar. Of course, this doesn't look pretty. So we can, do pretty much the same thing, add a Jumbotron from Bootstrap, and then take it from there. So let's do that. This project, you can take it and make it your own. If you have very good UI skills, you can take, the code we've written, improve upon the UI, and actually make it your own. That being said, let's go. First thing I want a div, right? Okay, I want all of this to be in a div. Cut it, can put it in here. Okay. Shift tab. All right. Save. refresh this. Okay, didn't change much. Want it to have a class of container. Let's see if we even like the way it's gonna look. Okay, and that container keyword is from Bootstrap. You can check out the Bootstrap documentation. You can see just putting it in a class of container centers it, well, not really centers, but brings it more towards the center of the screen. So this is looking good. Matter of fact, let me open the Bootstrap website so we can always just go there and get what we want. Okay. Go to documentation. Really nice. The documentation is one of the best I've used for a CSS framework. It makes it very easy to do anything we want. Next, we want to add a Jumbotron. It's something that just says, something that just says category on top. Let's go here. We can add that in another div with a class of Jumbotron. So the class Jumbotron, and of course we can tweak this whichever we want. We want the style to be, we want the background color to be white. Could have put in the Xcode or any other way of expressing the color, but I think this just works. Let's see, what header did we use on the home page? Okay, it was H1. All right, this because I want it to be consistent, I might as well just copy this. You wouldn't want the pages to have different sizes in different parts of your application, would you? Next, we category. Let's say categories, because there'll probably be multiple of them. Refresh. Okay, this is how it looks, which is cool. But we're not done. Let's see, what does the home page look like? Okay, follows that same way. Categories. We can choose to put this in the center and put that one in the center, or maybe not. Let's just continue. Now, what I want us to use, cards. So cards are things like this. You see, this is a card. You see, you're able to add information in the card. So there are different types of cards. Very, very different types. All different types of cards. Okay, I actually like this format, this one, because card title, blah blah blah. We can actually use this. So let's just copy this out. And pretty much this is all there is to using Bootstrap. Using documentation, tweaking it as you want, and of course, the more you know about Bootstrap, the better your work would be. But the emphasis for this series is on building web applications with Django. So that's where we're going to stay true to. We want this card to be in the for loop, so we can just do that here. Okay. Yes. And we can just take this out. Okay. Take this paragraph out, we don't need it. Oh, we can take this out as well, we don't need it. Okay, still things we can do to improve on top of this. For example, I don't particularly like this blue color. We can change that as well. We can put some margin and padding and whatnot. Lots of things we can do. So let's just do it. For each card, I want each card to have a padding 3, margin 3. Let's see what effect that has. Or what padding and margin did I use previously? And okay, shadow as well. It makes it look like the card is sticking out from the page. So let's include that there. But this is just all this just comes down to personal taste. And of course, no two apps I like when it comes to the user interface. Okay, look at that. You can see it's coming out to you, which is great. Fashion and style. Can change the button to, I may just remove the button, and just have this as, I haven't decided, but can always tweak all these looks. Let me show you what happens if I try to go to the admin page. Say admin. Can add, if I add more categories, this is what happens. Super user. If I go to categories, add, let's say let's call it news. Save that. So come here and refresh. You can see you have it right there. I don't know, do I want this to extend all the way? Do I want it in the middle? Let's see. We can play around with this UI and see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so that is because we have this big div over here. We could take this out and see. So if you take it out of that div, see what it looks like. Okay, let's see if we like it better. I like it when it was in the div. That's fine. Can take it back. Okay, let's take it back, please. A lot of this just boils down to personal preference and skill level as well. Okay, let me do this. Indentation in this case is not important, but I like to help myself with this indentation. So let's see if we change this to container fluid, see how that reacts. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, and then you see how how this occurs. See if there's any other tweak we can add here. Container fluid, Jumbotron, blah blah blah. Okay, there's a width of 75. Okay, I don't want that width. I can change that. Okay. Now in this case, we can then, let's see how the home page looks like. Yeah, so we need to make it consistent. And yeah. We just put it in container, that'll be fine. Yeah, container. Refresh. And I think this is what I want. I want to stick with this one. You can change the button colors. You can easily do that. You can easily change the button to, I think the last one was danger. because it's the red color. So change that to danger for consistency. You don't have to, but I think it just looks nicer. Okay, so see how this looks. Go to category, similar theme and vibe. Next, let's see under the models for category, what were the things we saved. So we have the category name, the category slug. Okay, cool. We can also display the slug, which is not important, but we could if we wanted to. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the app. Right, so this is what it looks like. You can see, ideally you want this button. Once you click on it, it should take you to all the different categories under each, the posts that belong to the different categories here. So to do that, we'll need to create a view function that takes in as argument the category name or the category slug, and then goes through the database and selects it out. Okay, let's see how we're going to figure that out. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? We want to make sure these buttons actually do what they're supposed to do. We can improve on all of this much later. Okay, but at this point, I think we can call this video a day for right now, and then in the next video we're going to now be able to display the list of the categories. Yeah, all right, thank you, see you in the next video.